Welcome, 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 beautiful people, to day 27 of the Bounds Beyond Limit series. Wow, we made it thus far, and I'm so thankful to God. I'm thankful to every one of you, and I'm so glad that you're here. So, tonight's session is one I truly believe can shift your entire perspective on what is possible in this digital space. So, let me ask you a question. What if you could earn $10,000 online without having a massive following, without chasing people, and without working around the clock like many people do? Sounds impossible. Well, it's not. Because tonight I'm streaming a powerful training that breaks down exactly how everyday people like you and I, with no prior experience, are building real income using a 2 hour workday blueprint. And this isn't just theory, it's a proven strategy that has changed thousands of lives, including mine. So now let me give honor where honor is due. This training you're about to watch was created by somebody I deeply respect, and her name is Michelle O'Neill, the founder of the Digital Growth Community. So she's a mom, she's a mentor, and a marketing powerhouse who has earned over $6 million in just about 3 years promoting digital products without having complicated funnels, without ads. She didn't actually run a single ad and without getting burnt out. So tonight I'm just going to be replaying one of our trainings where she'll be working us through the exact system that helped her and so many other people break the $10,000 mark and beyond while working smart and not stressed. So go ahead and grab your notebook, stay locked in, and if something hits home for you, drop it in the comments and type ready, because this may just be that moment that you are looking for. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen, and then we can, go ahead and start talking about, just listening to what Michelle has to offer. So just hang on a sec for me, please.
Would grab a pen and paper. I would take some really good notes because I'm going to give you a bunch of information that you can implement. But I'm going to simplify things for you. I'm going to show you how you can go and from no following, not having to bother friends and family, so no hustling to find customers. So you can go from beginner friendly to make 10K online. And many of you might have tried to make income online and failing miserably at it. Okay, well, we're going to turn that around tonight. So I'm glad you are here. Just remember, May is money month. Now, I do want to give you an income earning disclaimer because we will be sharing with you tonight some income that some people have made. Okay. I'm not giving you any promises that you can make that. Unfortunately, I have to say this, but all I will say is this process that I'm sharing with you has grown a community in a little over 2 years to 52,000 community members without spending any money on ads. So does the process work? Yes or yes. So I want you to imagine this scenario with me real quick. You wake up without an alarm. Think about this. You check your phone and you see that another payment notification came through. Your business earned while you were sleeping. You sip your coffee slowly, no rush because you have no more commute. The kids are still sleeping, and you already made more money before 9 a.m. than you used to make at your whole shift at your job. So no more 12-hour days, no more missing family moments, just 2 hours a day doing something that you love. And the rest of the day, you get to live life doing what you want. Live life on your terms. Now, that's what's happening when you follow a simple system and believe that you deserve more. So I will share this with you. You guys are closer than you think. Matter of fact, one of the ladies that you're going to hear share today, oh my gosh, you guys, she celebrating her 2 years today. So you're going to be able to hear her story today as well. So I love that. But how would that feel if you can just control your destiny, control your life, not have to worry about no boss? So look at this, Tiffany, 1,802 days. Pinch me, she goes. 1,802 days, and another one signing up today. All from following this process I'm going to share with you. Elizabeth, 1,807 hours just from following this process. So are you ready to learn how you can launch an online business in the digital space? Let me know in the comments. Are you ready to learn how you can launch your own business in the digital space? Awesome. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Michelle O'Neill, and if I go back to 2022, I was struggling. I was working hard. I was trying to make an income online in the network marketing space, and I was failing miserably. I was trading time for dollars. If I wasn't in my office, if I wasn't on the phone, I wasn't making money. And then I actually discovered this process on Facebook, by the way. I followed the six-figure blueprint. I mastered getting my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. I started promoting digital programs instead of a low ticket $9 lip gloss. And I stayed consistent and I ended up making six figures in 6 months. You're going to learn exactly that strategy that I followed tonight. And now we get to travel the world and do the things that we love. Matter of fact, this bottom picture at the right is my granddaughter. That was her seeing the ocean for the first time. And that's why I do what I do, for the time freedom, but to make the most amazing memories with my family. So if that's what you want, you're definitely in the right place. So we can all agree that the world has gone digital. No matter where you go, people are looking at their phone. And no matter what age, people are looking at their phone. So why does that matter? Well, the digital goods economy is already a gigantic $950 billion market. So the e-learning industry, this is why thinking about people on their phone, no matter where you go, is so important. Because the e-learning industry in 2019, you guys did $950 million for the year. For the entire year. Well, by 2023, it had created a momentum of doing 1 billion a day. Now you might be asking why? What was the difference? Well, the difference was COVID. When people were quarantined and people were sent home, people started working online, started finding things to do online. And because of that, it exploded the e-learning industry. People realized the convenience of being able to type something on the internet or find something online and be able to take action on it. And so that's why it went from 950 million a day or a year to 1 billion a day. And by 2024, it was up to $1.2 billion a day. It's projected to be a $3 billion day industry by 2027. That's 2 years away. Do you realize, my friend, how much money is going to be made in this industry? Why not you? So how can you take advantage of the digital world and turn it into an income stream? Well, there's many different ways you can, and I want to cover them with you. You can take the time and you can create your own high quality digital products or programs. You can do it. Now, the downside of that, this can take weeks or even months to create and launch. Then you have to market it. So that's not time freedom. And what if it doesn't sell? Now, when I heard about creating my own product in 2022, I was like, what would I create? How to be a hot mess express, how to be a failure in your 50s, how to have to look at your bank account before you could even do anything. So I had very much a limiting belief that I could do anything digital. So that wasn't an option for me. So I chose to get involved with network marketing. So you can do network marketing, you can do affiliate marketing. Well, the downside is you work really, really hard and you put most of the profits go into a company's pocket. So plus they do not teach you how to get customers. They teach you how to bother your friends and family. So you have no control and you do not get paid what you are worth. That's why I was working so hard. That's why I was struggling. And I felt like I was literally a hamster on a hamster wheel. Now I'm going to share with you the time freedom option. And this option was introduced to me on September 9th of 2022. That changed everything for me. What they told me is I could promote high quality, proven to sell, done for you digital programs. I'm like, what? Done for you? That means I don't got to create it from scratch. I was intrigued. So here's some other advantages of done for you programs. They're high potential of return on investment. That is what ROI means. So what that means is since the program has already proven to sell and the initial investment is generally lower than creating a product from scratch because there's not as much overhead and cost, the potential for high return on an investment is very significant. Matter of fact, on average, it's in 7 days. Somebody has their investment back and their business is in profit mode. So proven market fit. Now, this was important to me. I did not want to sell something that wasn't already proven to work because again, I'm going to be trading time for money. testing it into the marketplace. So when you promote done for you digital programs, the programs have a proven track record of sales, reducing the risk. And that was important to me. I didn't want to risk. But what about you? Do you want to risk, or do you want to know something is already selling? And I'm going to give you some examples that all of you are going to be able to relate to in a minute. Now, here's the part that I love: make 100% profit. Now, that's what I couldn't wrap my head around. I was like, how can you make 100% profit? Well, I asked, that was the only question I asked, by the way, before I dove into this digital marketing process. They responded, well, the company creates your website for you, and you pay a one-time $39 website fee. I was like, what? Only $39 for a website fee? I'm like, that's it. That was everything for me. So I get to make the profit on the product, and the company charges a website setup fee. That's it. So the Done For You programs gives you freedom. By selling these programs, you do not have to share your commissions with other people. You realize no matter if you're selling something that's digital or you're selling a lip gloss, it's the same amount of work. But do you want to make $9 or $900 off of one customer? To me, it was a no-brainer. I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn this. It made sense just to learn this. Okay, Michael here woke up to $900 in commission just by following this process. So let's talk about how to make 10K a month with the digital programs, because that's what you're here for, right? You want to learn how to make 10K a month. So I need you to screenshot this or write this down. Our number one selling product is $900. So 12 times 900 is 10,800. All you need is 12 customers. So today, I'm going to teach you how to find those 12 customers without you having to bother friends and family, without you having to spend countless hours friend requesting people on social media and slide into their DMs. None of that whatsoever. I'm going to teach you an attraction marketing strategy. Now, here's what else I loved about this process, because I actually was able to get 4 income streams. So I would have the ability to sell the Legacy Builders program, make $900, the Digital Mastery, and make $600, and the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint and make $300, and the Launchpad and make $100. That was important to me, because when I sold network marketing products, I had many different products to sell. So my potential customers had an option. So I love giving my potential digital space customers an option as well. So it just made sense to me. So let me give you 2 examples that you can relate to. Starbucks. Starbucks is a proven system. Why do you think every 3 blocks a brand new one appears? Because they work. Do you realize when you go into a Starbucks, that Starbucks that you go into in your local town did not develop that coffee? It is a done for you, proven to work branding and marketing coffee shop. That's why people spend millions on a Starbucks, because they have already tested and proven to work. Let's talk about iPhones. I didn't get my iPhone from Apple. I got my iPhone from Verizon. Verizon's like, why would we compete with Apple? Why don't we just sell other people's products? Verizon is a $17 billion a year company off of other people's products. They didn't want to have to compete. They just decided to sell something that was already proven to sell. It's everywhere you go. If you live here in the United States, if you live in a big city, there's a Ford dealership on one side of the city and there's a Ford dealership on the other. But they didn't make that Ford car in the back. They sell proven cars. It's the way our system has always been. The part that people have a hard time wrapping their head around is the 100% profit. But that's because it's digital. There's no cost involved. It's just that one-time setup that after that, you are good to go. That was huge for me. So I want you to imagine having a proven digital marketing program where you learn how to attract customers to your online business, and you learn how to make multiple income streams that you can learn and earn, and you have the ability to make 100% profit on your journey. So now, how do we do this attraction marketing strategy? Well, the world is your customer base, the entire world. You can sell to anybody. Now, you might be asking, well, then how do we find people all over the world? Well, this is the ultimate marketing system, and this is what we teach. We teach you how to build a brand. You can even build that brand faceless if you want. We teach you how to copy and paste free ads, which I have to share with you. I love that strategy, obsessed with it because I'm an introvert. So being able to launch my business in an unknown territory, I love spending 30 minutes a day copying, pasting free ads. And here's what I did know. When I did starting posting free ads, I did understand the value of video, right? People watch videos all the time. So I created, complete ignorance on fire, I created a YouTube video and I put my YouTube video inside my free ads. I spent 30 minutes a day posting free ads. I did that for 90 days straight, 30 minutes a day. You guys realize it blew up my YouTube channel. Because of that strategy, I'm now monetized on YouTube. I now make money off of YouTube. So here's what I love about this process. Not only are you going to learn how to promote done for you programs and make 100% profit, you're going to learn how to add other income streams. So we show you how to connect the dots, and that's important. Then we're going to show you how to use social media the right way. Each and every one of you right now are a consumer. Okay, you're already a consumer on social media. Matter of fact, here's my question for you. How many of you, or share how you discovered this? Was it Facebook? Was it Instagram? Was it YouTube? Was it TikTok? Was it from a friend? Share in the chat, the comments, Facebook, TikTok, Facebook, TikTok, TikTok, YouTube. Jessica Cox on TikTok, 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 Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. There's my point. We teach you how to attract customers to you. Scrolling on Facebook, that was me, my friend, back in September of 2022. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's what we teach you. We literally show you how to use social media the right way. But hey, guess what? You can still be a consumer if you want. We're just going to ask for 1 hour a day. We're going to show you how to turn that 1 hour a day into a daily pay strategy. How does that sound? Because you guys, just on social media alone, there's 5 billion people. So there's that classified ad strategy that I loved. It just helped me explode my business. And again, with 5 billion people on social media, we're going to teach you how to be the magnet where you attract people to you. So that's what I want you to think about. How can you go out there and be this big old magnet where people are like attracted to you? I love that. TikTok, you guys are still going so good. Now, many of you might be listening right now, and because of your job or because of your confidence, you're like, I don't want to talk on video. Well, we will show you an invisible empire, how to build a faceless brand. Matter of fact, I have a guide that I can give you, and it shows you how to make 100K your first year. It's a complete step-by-step monthly strategy in there to show you exactly how to do that. So now let's talk about getting your time back. Because I'm not, if you are here to grind and you want that badge of honor that you had to work all the time, I am not your mentor. But I am your mentor if you want to learn how to get your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day, how to be really, really good with your time so you get to do the things that you love. Matter of fact, I'll share a fun one with you. So right by my door is 2 of my grandkids. And they're like, Grandma, when are you going to be done? Because as soon as I get off of here, I'm getting my swimming suit on. They already got theirs on, and we're getting in the hot tub. And they want to get in the hot tub before they got to go home and go to school. That's what I love. That's the freedom I've always wanted. So I'm going to help you get your time back. And the first way we do that is by having a fully automated sales process working for you, my friend, 24/7. Now, this is something I couldn't wrap my head around. This is something I didn't realize how powerful that was. Because guess what? When I did network marketing, I would go for no. I would go for no. That's the only way I made money. I had to get rejected 10 times a day before I could go and join my family because I was trying to build a serious income with it. So the fact that I built a multi-million-dollar digital business and I've never heard the word no. I've never had to ask anybody to buy. I've never had to DM anybody. I've never had to get on the phone with anybody. So let me show you automations, okay? So this is it. This is the only page that I market to. I give people free access to our Freedom Formula Blueprint PDF that literally walks them through step by step. That's it. So what happens is somebody puts their email in, okay? And the moment somebody puts their email in, 1 out of 20 are buying. How cool is that? So for example, put their email in, they're immediately given this video. Okay. And then they're immediately given this video in their email. So again, on average, 1 out of 20 people. Yes, I'm live. You guys are so funny. Isn't that crazy? The world we live in, that we're going to try to find something wrong. Why don't you go into the month of May and manage your mindset and just always try to find something right? Watch what you attract when you always look for the good and try to look for the gotchas. Yes, I'm live. It is exactly Wednesday, April 30th at 7:20 p.m. Central Time here in Kansas. Holy moly, guys. That's wild to me. Like, I would never just like be on a webinar learning to make 10 million and worried about if they're live or not. Like, that's crazy. Let's go. Okay. Anyway, that was a squirrel moment. But anyway, so that's what I love, because I was like, okay, this is a proven system. So let's do the math on that. If on average, 1 out of 20 are buying, what does that mean? You could start tracking. And remember, all you need is 12 customers. So Paul, he goes, pinch me. He was at, he has made 151,000 in 9 months. 10 months ago, I was begging my parents for money every month. Now he's debt free. That's the power of digital marketing, because you're not limited to just your city or your state or your country. You have the whole entire world as your customer base. And then when you have automations working for you, matter of fact, those 2 videos that you get or that our potential customers get, it answers 99.9% of questions. So if somebody goes to my system and they're that 0.1%, guess what? They can reply to that email and I will answer the questions. So it's fully automated. That's how you can wake up in the morning with a customer. You can be hanging out with your family and get a customer. Now, you are in business for yourself because you're going to make 100% profit, but you're not in business by yourself. How would you like to be part of a thriving community and be part of an interactive program to help you go from launch to profit with your online business and have your business ready to launch in 2 to 3 days? It took me 2 days to have everything connected to my payment gateway, so I'm paid directly into my bank account. 2 days later, I had a $300 sale, then a $600, then a $300. And then I had some several customers come in that equaled the $900. It wasn't 1 $900, it was 3 $600 or 3 $300 sales. And then I went several days without any. And I was like, oh, I just got lucky. And then another one came in and I'm like, this is wild, because never in my wildest dream did I think anything like that was possible. So this is what our community looks like. We have 52,000 members inside our community. I launched this community in November of 2022 with the goal to help and support and mentor 1,000 people. Never in my wildest of wildest dreams did I think we would have a system that would work so well. I love it. Here's just some of the free resources that you get. This is over and beyond the program. Here, Dale says automations, 900 while at a family birthday dinner last night, and another 900 this morning while at church. Automations and newsletters for the wind. Now, they achieved this all from promoting 4 different digital programs, okay? So before I continue to go here, I want to see if Tim is on here. I would love Tim to share, because he doesn't come from a background in the digital world, okay? So Tim, are you with us, my friend?
I am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm absolutely amazing. Yeah. My name is Tim Hess. I live in a place called California. Not many people probably know it. But I'm a dad of 5 kids, 3 grandkids, and I have the life that is blessed like you cannot believe. But that wasn't always my story. I actually was in corporate America for 25 years. I ran a retail company on a team that took a company from 300 retail stores to 1,000 retail stores. And when I tell you I had no quality of life, I had none. I left my house on Monday morning, John Wayne Airport in California, and I flew home on Friday afternoons. So I wasn't even home. And I did that for about 5-7 years. Everything was done on the phone. And if it wasn't for my other half, I don't know if I would have had a family, to be honest with you. My 2 oldest daughters could tell you stories where they hated me because they thought I didn't want to go to their sporting events. And after a 25-year career making that company hundreds of millions of dollars with my team, they came into my office and said, hey, we're taking a different direction. And they laid me off at the age of 55. Well, I'm a Gen Xer. The joke is we always drank water out of hoses. Okay, we're okay. And the reality is I just didn't want to go down that road anymore. Um, I I was home. I decompressed after 9 months, and the crazy thing is I live in California, they would fly me to other states for these interviews. And if you're corporate, you know exactly what I mean by this. So I'd fly to Indianapolis, I flew to North Carolina, and they did offer me jobs. But if I was 10 years ago, I would have taken them because it was going to be an incredible journey. But every time I got on the plane to go from California to wherever state I was interviewing, I got to know my wife again. I got to know my kids again. So when people talk about time, I have a true clarity of what time is. I got to know my kids. Um, I got to tell you what this business has done for so many people here, not just me, but when Michelle makes a comment of their grandkids are sitting outside the door, I'm laughing when you say that tonight because I have one that knocked on the door just before I started tonight and they're screaming downstairs. I'm not surprised you can hear them, but I get to do this every day. I think the thing is, I'll put in perspective. Mike, my two oldest daughters are in their 30s, and Mm. They said they didn't like me. Let's say that when I was working, they just didn't understand. So I put it in perspective. It's not that they didn't love me. They love me. They just didn't think I wanted to go to their sporting events. I'm like, how do you think like that? I'm your dad. I love you. Why would you think I would never want to go to your sporting events? The reality is this business, I just wanted my time. When you get my age, I'm 58. Okay, when you get older, all the things we stressed about and all the debt, the bills, it means nothing. Just so you know, it means nothing. Where we're at today is you have an opportunity of a lifetime to change people's lives. You have an opportunity to wake up tomorrow morning and say yes to yourself, to your family, because here's the deal: this business has made an impact on my grandkids, on my kids, because we're doing things that we never did before. So I don't know where you're at today. It's not in the job. Just do something different and have a different outcome. These four programs, everybody goes, "Oh, it's four programs." No, it's not just four programs, people. It is something that you're learning a new education and you're being coached and taught how to live. I basically say it that way. I golf every day. I have my cigars. I walk on a golf course. I live in California. And I never went back to that 10, 16-hour job. I just followed the step-by-step program. I followed this incredible servant leader that's in front of you in the screen that has just shown us the way. I'm going to tell you something. You're never going to get a bunch of people that care more about you and your success than that job you think you have that everybody cares about. I gave everything that I had to that job. Everything. I'm just going to leave it on this note. Say yes to yourself, not to us, not whoever invited you here. Just say yes to yourself tonight and plug in. Don't leave it by chance. Because if you leave here tonight, 10 years from now, you're going to look at all the people in this room that are moving forward, and they're going to be somewhere I promise you're going to want to be because it's going to be incredible. The legacy that we choose to do. If you're sick and tired, I'm glad you're sick and tired. I'm glad because that's where we all came from in most cases. We were just tired. We were just tired. I know that when I wake up tomorrow morning on the first, I'll ask you this question and I really will leave it on this note. How about if you learned a new skill where you wake up tomorrow morning and all your bills are paid because you get that amount of money deposited in your bank account and all your bills are paid before you even start your month? How would that feel? Please think of that because that's where you're at. You just don't know it yet. That's all it is. You just don't know the skill yet. So if you could do this 2 hours a day, I'm telling you, tomorrow morning when I wake up, all my bills are already paid. That's what I've learned from that woman sitting right in front of our screen. So when you hear people talking, pouring out of their heart to say thank you doesn't even do enough. And she's still pouring into us. So I want you to understand where you're at. No one's going to care more than us about your situation because we want you to be successful. I better get off now.
Thank you, Tim, so much for sharing. I love it. I love it. It's so funny. A lot of people are like, why don't you have more guys share? Because they like to talk a lot. You would think it would be women that would like to talk a lot, but it's the men. But no, Tim is so passionate and I absolutely love it. And yes, he was able to get his time back and get the income all from promoting these 4 different digital programs. You guys realize if you just sold one a day, that's $1,900 a day, right? That's what I love. We have 50 plus members. Those programs did 29 million in just 10 months. So that's the track record for success. On average, the ones in the community making money, they do get in profit in 7 days. That is on average. That doesn't mean everybody, but that just shows you what is actually possible. So now let's talk about how long will this take to start launching and growing a business. Okay, so I want you to screenshot this because this is literally your 2-hour workday. So 30 minutes a day, copying and pasting free ads to high traffic websites for free. And then create 3 pieces of content a day on one platform. I recommend going all in on one platform, getting really comfortable with it, getting really to understand your audience there. And then you're going to spend about 30 minutes a day responding to comments or responding to emails. Now, at first, will you get all your 3 pieces of content created in 1 hour? Nope. Nope. But that's the goal, to help you get that done. Now that I had something to aim for, that's how I got really, really, really good with my time. Now, the person that is the master of time, because many of you on here tonight are working 1 job or 2 jobs or 3 jobs. When Amy discovered this 2 years ago today, how cool is that, you guys? Got 2 jobs, single mom, 2 jobs. So I'm going to have her share her story with you. And I really want you, when you're listening to her talk about how her daughter set her own account up. So I want you to think about this. And when you're listening to her, I just want you to be like, man, if she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. Because she will debunk every excuse about not enough time. So Amy, I'll let you take it away.
All right, thanks. Yes, you guys. Oh my gosh. I just realized it today. It was exactly 2 years ago that I came into this community and started a journey to change my life, right? But let me back it up a little bit. I was divorced, single mom, 3 kids, and I wasn't getting any help. So I was the one holding it down. When one job wasn't enough, and I made pretty decent money. I'm not going to say I was destitute, but it was never enough for 3 kids, family of 4. And I had another one getting ready to go to college. So I got another job. Here I am working 2 jobs, 18 hours a day or more sometimes, right? But I'll be honest with you. What really hurt me the most was that I seen that I was losing my relationship with my children. And as a mom that was busting her butt, I was burned out. I had been in the trucking industry for over 20 years. My part-time job or full-time part-time job was waitressing every night, weekend, holiday. It took up every last minute of every day, you guys. I was so burned out. And I came upon 50 years old and I said, what in the heck have I done? I'm losing my relationship with my kids because I'm working all the time. Is it worth it? And that's really what set me on this path. But here's the funny thing. I wasn't on social media. I was in the trucking industry. I waitress. I knew nothing about the online world. I'll be honest with you. I could barely order on Amazon without having my kids help me. That's how bad it was. Okay. I'll just be honest. But my daughter created my TikTok, put me on there to watch her videos. And I seen one video of Michelle's. I had to ask my daughter for help. I'm telling you guys this because I knew absolutely nothing. I have no sales experience, none of it. I needed something that could teach me everything if I had any hopes of making a little money online and getting my time back with my kids, right? So I watched Michelle's video and I went, 2 hours. Okay, I can follow this. I can fit this in. I will find the time, whether it's doing laundry in between jobs, I will find the time if this is going to help me. And that's exactly what I did. I was up at 3 a.m. every day. And while I was getting ready, I was listening to trainings. While I was in my car, I had it hooked up, listening to it from one job to the next, on my lunch breaks, in between jobs. Any spare 15 to 20 minutes I had, I just followed the steps, step by step by step. Whatever I was told to do, I did it. And whenever I had a spare moment, I plugged in. And I am telling you, I not only walked away from one of those jobs, but both of those jobs in just 10 and a half weeks with no knowledge of even what the plus sign was on the TikTok. Guys, I'm serious, because I had this program to teach me all the different ways I could make money online. It just gave me the baseline to start with. That's exactly what most of us need, right? So following the 2-hour workday, following the trainings, it gave me my time back. That was exactly 24 months ago. I've been able to generate multiple 6 figures. I've been able to get my time back. We've gone on vacations. I now am living my life with my kids in it, instead of working and just looking at my kids from afar, passing them in a hallway to the next job. I know so many people out there want this freedom, and it's not all about the money. It's about the time that you can have. It's about paying off debt. It's about just surviving. No, it's about living your life to the fullest. We all want that, and we all deserve it. I'm doing that, and I know so many others do. That's why I'm so passionate about this, and I'm still standing strong after 24 months. I just know people need this, and I hope you make that decision that you're burned out and you're over it, and you want your time back too. I hope this helps anybody that needs it.
So, Amy, I have a question for you. So
Okay.
you were new to the digital space,
Yeah.
and you launched and
I
you went
did.
through the programs,
It,
and it taught you how to grow a following,
yep.
how to grow an email list, how
Yeah.
to get customers without you having to go find customers.
Yep.
So what were you able to do after you learned those skills?
Oh gosh, so much, right? That I'd never done before.
So how
But
many income streams do you have now?
yes, I now have 20 different income streams. That either pay me daily, weekly, monthly, right? Passive income, as it's called, majority of them. Okay. But that's why I said so many different things I've taken away from it. But the one thing was, I've always had the vision to continually add it. So this is long term, not just right now. I will never go back to a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 9 ever again. Right. So let's just keep adding those income streams. You keep showing us how, and we're going to keep adding them. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm only 2 years in, right? Today's 2 years. I can't wait to see where we're going to be in another 2 years.
I know. I love it. I
Oh,
love it.
yes.
Woo. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. And you guys, I wanted to clarify that, because this is what happens to a lot of people. They get sold on creating something, which is amazing that you do, but nobody teaches you to market. So it's crickets out there. This is what I loved about this process, because if you do not have the skills to market, how are you ever going to sell anything? And in digital and in network marketing, I was selling products, but I was sick and tired of selling other people's products. You realize if you want to make money online, you either got to sell somebody else's product, sell your own product, be a coach or an affiliate, right? That's it. To me, it was a no-brainer. I was like, whoa, wait, I can learn how to grow a following. I can learn how to build my brand. I can learn how to build an email list and get the resale rights on these products and sell them and make 100% profit while I'm helping other people learn skills. The e-learning industry, 1.2 billion a day, it made sense to me. But because of the skills we've learned, we've been able to expand and add additional income streams. It was the best thing ever. I didn't want to just learn. You know, like you go to college for 4 years, drop 100 grand, and then you cross your fingers hoping you get a job. This, you get to learn the most advanced skills, and nobody can ever take those skills away from you. Sky's the limit of what you can do with him. And that's what I was absolutely obsessed with, because nobody can take these skills away. And the digital space isn't going anywhere. Matter of fact, we haven't even seen anything yet of where it's going, right? Matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys something. Two things I want to share with you. Let me grab this. So this is what it looks like inside our community, okay? So 52,100, it grew a little bit since we were on here. But I want to show you something. If I go to the wins, look at this. And I want you to see they're all different types of people, right? All different, 28,000 since they launched, right? All different people. And this is what I love. So it made it, they just were willing to learn skills. There's something that's lacking and they just wanted to learn these skills. No different than anything. You go to college to get the skills to hopefully make more money. Well, we're teaching you the digital skills that you can apply to anything. But why not be learning and earning at the exact same time? I love this because she just celebrating her 1 year. And she was literally, this program took me from working her 9 to 5 to quitting her job within a month of joining. She's never worked another job since then. Is that, now she has 10 income streams. Is that not amazing? Look, this is what I'm talking about. This is what's happening inside our community right now. You see all different people. Look at that, viral 440 leads from her video. So we teach you those skills. That's what we teach you. Another lead, and then sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. But a lot of you might be going, but is it saturated? Let's talk about that. This is where the members are. Oh, wait, not that one, the map. This is where the members are located. Just in the US, look at that. This is all we have in the US. Zero saturation whatsoever. Look at that. That's it. Look over here. Norway has 4. Denmark has 167. United Kingdom has 84. We have a community in South Africa, about 5,000. Look at this over here, Australia. We are literally all over the world, but look how open it is. I get so excited when I see this. The sky's the limit. Like you look at this. Like this is the United States. That's it. We haven't even scratched the scratch of the surface yet. And that gets me so excited to see. It's like, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of lives to impact, but it's everywhere. I have a loving up there in Alaska, and I saw somebody from Alaska. I mean, it's wide open. I love the other day what Marianne said, because she lives in Wisconsin. And let me go in a little bit more. And if you go to Wisconsin here, there's 14 people in Wisconsin. You guys, all you need is 1,111 customers that buy from you. There's 5 billion on social media. All you need is 1,111. You're a self-made millionaire. That's $1 million. And Marianne's like, there's only 14 in Wisconsin. I can become a self-made millionaire just in her own state. That's the power of it. Okay. So now let's talk about how you can get started tonight. Now I will share with you, the person that invited you has sent you an email. Okay, reminding you about this webinar. If you scroll to the very bottom of it, there's a PS down there that will give you a link that you can go to their website. You can see exactly what's in every program and what's offered. Okay, so you can go right there to get started. If you go there, you still have questions, please reply back to them. They would love to answer questions. So let me share with you what you're going to learn when you get started with the Legacy Builders program. You're going to learn to promote products where you can make 100% profit. You're going to learn how to automate your business. Let's get your life and your time back, okay? You're going to learn how to use our ultimate discovery system. You're going to learn how to relate and connect to your perfect customer so people want to buy from you. You're going to learn step by step what you need to do daily to make daily pay. And you're going to learn how to make $900 a day. Well, not in 2024, but in 2025, that's $328,000 a year. If you just learn how to attract 1 customer a day. So are you ready to earn passive income on autopilot? Let me know in the comments. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you how this is so paint by numbers. When you're inside the program, you go to click here to get started. And you literally follow it step by step. It's a 5-minute video, take action, 10-minute video, take action, 3-minute video. We made it so simple to follow and easy and digestible so anybody can do it. Another $900, while she was on a training call, she looks down and she got a $900 sell. She didn't do anything for that. Her automations did all of the work for her. So when you do get started today, you're also going to be part of our digital growth community at no cost to you. You're going to get the Canva crash course to teach you how to even create your content in Canva. This is really important, especially if you're going to build a Faceless account. And I'm going to give you my training in PDF of how I made my first million in 17 months. Because I made my first million in 17 months, but I've been doing this since September 10th, and I'm at a little over $6.1 million. And I've never spent a dime on ads. I just learned skills. And I learned how to build a huge email list. And I learned how to sell my email list what they wanted, not what I thought they wanted, but they told me what they needed. I learned how to build communities where I can service people all over the world. And you're going to get the 30-day market strategy growth plan. This is exactly what I followed to build a brand new TikTok in September of 2022. This is what I followed. You get access to that for free. And how to start your own online business and 200 digital product ideas. You might want to create your own product once you learn marketing skills. We're going to help you with that. And you're also going to get the mindset, message, and marketing to your first million. If you have a little bit more of a stinking thinking or a little bit more of a limiting beliefs, like you look in the mirror and you're like, how the hell did I get here? I thought I'd be further along. Watch this. We're going to help you shift your mind to that CEO mindset so you can start winning and earning, okay? And then also you're going to get that Your Invisible Empire Faceless marketing training. You get all of this plus live interactive weekly calls for only $900. One customer, you're in profit mode. Not only do you pay $900, you're going to get access to all 4 income streams that are worth $1,900. You go sell one of each of them this weekend, that's $1,900 in your pocket. Okay. Now, many of you, that's not in your budget. And by the way, when you go to the person that invited you, when you go to their website, scroll down to the bottom. And if they offer payment plans, it's on there. Okay. We have our digital mastery for $600. With that, you still are going to get 3 income streams. We have our passive daily pay blueprint. With that, you're still going to get 2 income streams. And we have our launch pad. And with that, you're going to get 1 income stream. Okay. So that is our program. And we also have bi-weekly success onboarding training to help you get started right. And that is included in all of the programs. Okay. So what I want to do real quick, I just want to see, I don't know if he's on here or not. Is Daryl on here? He is. Daryl, do you have a minute to share?
Yes, I
Yay,
do.
awesome. Thank you, my friend.
First
I
of all,
like your hat, by the way.
yes. I love when Tim said there's nothing like starting the first of the month off knowing like tomorrow all your bills are paid for the month, man. That's the best thing about this business that's been able to help me. Typically back here 15 and a half months ago, I'm paying everything late. So it's good to know that come tomorrow, I can just pay off everything and everything else is profit. But guys, I promise I won't be long. I'm Daryl Hanna, man. Before I came into this business, I was working a job as a welder, typical 9 to 5, like a blue collar worker, like a lot of us, hardworking, trying to provide for our families, just trying to get ahead. And I got fired from a job for no reason. I hit on hard times, had to go live in a shelter. And I just told myself I didn't want to work for a job at the end of the day. I saw people making money online. I just didn't know how to go about doing it. So I just came in online blindly. And, I tried a couple of things and went and got my life insurance license because I love to help people. Did that for the last 2 years and came across a post back here in January that basically said, some lady said something about how she made like $600 working 2 hours a day. And I got the information on the January the 13th. I joined 2 days later. I love the fact that I could learn how to build an online business working 2 hours a day. I didn't have to recruit and get on the phone and chase people, mess with my family. And I love that I was going to be a part of a thriving community. And guys, I just got into the training. I mean, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, just make this thing like, I know we've heard so much, but it's just all in the training. Michelle has put it together strategically. It's the easiest business model I've seen since I've been in the online space. And I just followed exactly what's in there. And I have learned how to implement my story, focusing on my struggles, sharing that with my audience, and so that they can relate to what I've been through, and so that they can see that they're not by themselves. And I've been able to promote this business, guys, and it's been amazing. That's all I can say. And now I'm able to just travel, enjoy my life, just teach other people. I have my own community as well, and all thanks to Michelle teaching us how to do it. But guys, it's just a great program. Like the fact that 15 and a half months ago, I had negative $6.34 in the bank. It's crazy to me. And now, following the program, going through the training, being a part of the community, watching a lot of the other top earners, showing up on some of the calls, the mentoring calls, learning from each other. It's just been a blessing. So this is the program, guys, a business model that can change your life, put you somewhere in the month of May. Tomorrow you have 30 days, 31 days. That is a lot of time to get 12 customers, guys. And Michelle's always providing us with everything that we need. So I just encourage you guys to there's no better time. You'll blink and it'll be October. And the month of May, money is money month. Guys, it's just an amazing opportunity. So I just encourage you guys, whoever invited you, to get back with them. If you have questions, ask. Come to the trainings, show up on the training calls, and just plug in. That's the key. You have to plug in. If you plug in and you stay consistent, guys, you cannot fail. The only way you're going to fail is if you quit. And so I just want to thank Michelle, thank Tim, of course, he's my guy, and Amy, of course, who set the standard for being able to do a 2-hour workday when you're working 18 hours a day. I refuse to say I can't work 2 hours. Anytime I hear her say she worked 18 hours a day. So just excited that everybody's on here, guys. And let's make it your month. It can be your month, guys. That's the beauty of it. You got everything that you need. So appreciate you, Michelle, as always. Just grateful to have you around here, and it's truly a blessing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, my friend. I love it. I did want to add to you guys, because May is money month. We're creating momentum going into the summer so you can make more money and have more time with your family. And so I love what he said, because I'm always trying to fill the gaps. How can I help you guys more? We've added, and I don't know, many people in the community might not have seen this, but we added the first Thursday of every month. That call now is going to be how to onboard like a leader, how to set new customers up for success and long-term results. It's a simple system welcoming new customers, and that's going to be the first Thursday of every month. So look at this. You guys can get started tonight and be on that call tomorrow to get started right. So that is one of the goals. My vision, I will create 1,000 self-made millionaires. And we have 2 that are so close already. And none of us have ever spent any money on ads. And so all I'm saying is, if we can do it, you can do it. If you're willing to be coachable, willing to be consistent, and willing to follow a proven process. So thanks everybody for joining us. You guys have been
Whoa. Well, I don't know if you had the opportunity to, to review or to watch that replay. That was really powerful. It's so interesting to know that they can actually start from ground zero and do something meaningful with their lives. It was really power packed. So if tonight showed you what is possible, even without a big following or chasing people, then now is the time to take action. So this 2-hour workday strategy is working for everyday people, including me. I had a very busy day at work, but I still did my 2-hour workday. So if it can work for me, and if it can work for a lot of other people, it can work for you, because one thing to note is that we have people who are eventually quitting their 9 to 5 to get this done, right? But this will only work for you if you believe it can, and if you decide to take action. So if you're looking to sign up, and you just want to take a chance on yourself, simply go to dailycashflowlegacy.com right now to sign up and get access to the exact system Michelle talked about, the exact system that is helping me and other people, break free from that grind. Because it's simple, it's clear, and it is built, to last and give you real results. So this is day 27 of the Bounce Beyond Limit series, and we're not slowing down. I hope I get to see you tomorrow, same time, same energy. Until then, I would say stay consistent, stay expectant, and stay ready. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching me from, and have a beautiful rest of the day or night. Thank you.